Autism Parent Edition.
We are raising autism.
We were leaving and she was like, oh thank God. He had a meltdown on his diagnosis day. Almost every night.
It's a system.
What up, puzzlers? Today's a special video. We're going to play Never Have I Ever.
This is the Autism Parent Edition. We have our cards here. I haven't. Never. Today is a collaboration video with Raising Autism. I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hey everybody, we are Raising Autism. My name is Anthony and
my name is Veronica, and our channel is basically an autism channel slash family channel because we do vlogs as well. We have a 2-year-old on the back. You can see her on the swing, and she has autism. She was just diagnosed about 8 months ago in December of last year. And we also have a 14-year-old boy. So we are a family of 4. So if you guys like to watch vlogs or autism videos or anything like that, definitely go ahead and check us out. We're also gonna be doing the Never Have I Ever for you guys. So after you guys are done watching their video, come and watch us. Bye.
thank you.
So we are really excited to do this collaboration with Veronica and Anthony today. So go over to their channel and check out, they're doing the same video, answering the same questions. If you are an autism parent and you are on YouTube, you can also do these questions. I'll leave them down below in the description. If you don't have a channel, answer them down in the comments.
Okay, we're gonna answer the questions.
We're gonna answer them and then explain them a little. So the first one is, never have I ever survived on 3 or less hours of sleep. All the time.
4.5 last night. That's just last night. Don't worry, there's been nights.
Many times.
Not to mention like labor night. Like the night you gave birth.
Oh, yes.
Like what sleep did you even go to? You didn't go to sleep then. No,
I
you did.
I did.
Not for long.
Like 2 hours. Labored through the night, and that pretty much depicts our kids. They like to be up at night.
Jazz could not have picked like worst time.
But in terms of like being an autism parent, lots of autism parents don't sleep very well. They'll stay up all night. Jacob especially. Next one. Never have I ever had to leave an event or place due to a sensory overload.
Today or?
I have. We have many times.
I'm just trying to think of a particular time.
The shopping centre. Yeah, so there's many times when we go to places, especially when they're busy places, that Jacob will have a meltdown, sensory overload. That's why we tend to stay home a lot or go to parks where there's not many people. A lot of people don't understand why we don't go places very often, and that is the reason. we
said a few times that people just think that we're not disciplining our child. They don't realize he's got a disability because he just looks
the dentist
like he doesn't have a disability, and I think that's kind of a blessing but a curse at the same time, because like we're at a restaurant and Jacob wanted to grab the coins from the tip jar. Yep. Screaming, and people look at us. What do you want us to do? Like, I took him like all the way far away and took him to like the outside where there was like play equipment and stuff, and he didn't care about the play equipment. He just wanted those coins. And the guy's like, "Oh, here's 20 cents." And I'm like, no.
He wants the whole thing.
He doesn't want one coin. We'd fix the problem otherwise.
The time at the dentist when that lady, he had a sensory overload in the dentist, and once we finished we walked out and she's like, oh thank God. I think I've said that story as well.
Oh yeah.
She just obviously didn't understand.
We were leaving and she was like, oh thank God. And it's like, don't say that, don't judge, like you. She
said it loud enough for us to hear. So she obviously intended for us to hear it.
So rude. So. I was gonna say, when Jacob was diagnosed, he had a meltdown on his diagnosis day, so he had to come back for his diagnosis because he was having a meltdown. Yeah,
very, very ironic. So, never have I ever cried in a doctor's office. I don't think we have. I don't think so.
Oh.
I think
office, does hospital count?
No, doctor's office. I think it means like all of the autism doctor's appointments that you have. I think I have never, only because when you're in those appointments, it seems very clinical, especially
Strictly
when
professional.
Yeah, especially when they're trying to tell you all the things, like especially Jacob's diagnosis day. Pretty much just like she's giving us information, reading out the report to us. It wasn't really something we registered.
You're trying to absorb facts and not be emotional in those moments.
Yeah, and I think it was only later on, like when we were home and we like processed it.
Kind of broke down a little bit.
Yeah.
I felt emotional and I felt stressed. Like I remember him in Leichhardt just like having a meltdown and having to like leave whilst we're waiting for his appointment and take him to the park across the road while you waited behind.
They were running behind. Yeah.
He's gotten much.
I think we've adapted.
I don't want to say
he's progressed a lot.
He's progressed.
We have strategies in place, but also we don't go to the grocery store as a family anymore.
Yeah,
we don't go out shopping like when Jacob's upset, or we know what mood he's in. Never have I ever watched the same YouTube video a million times over. I have.
Oh yeah, super simple songs.
Baby Stop Crying.
Oh yeah, the Moana main song.
But especially kids with autism, they like to watch the same things over and over again.
Massive fans of the routine.
Never have I ever used my child to get out of a social engagement you didn't want to attend. I feel like we've done that.
I can't say that. They can see the video.
I would say I have, but there's other things that come into play. We live very far away from our family, so
and everyone we know.
Yeah, and everyone we know. So whenever there's an event on, yes, we will use the excuse that, you know, our kids probably wouldn't
but it's also true.
But it's true. We literally cannot always come down 2.5 hours there and back. Never have I ever made my child... Are you right?
Chili's hot.
Never have I ever made my child a separate meal in hopes they might actually eat something.
Almost every night.
Yes.
His name's Jacob. Which Jacob went from eating like everything to not much.
Usually it's like avocado sandwich or...
He loves hummus. He loves soy milk.
We have done that. Quick promo, Jacob has a simple spectrum supplement every morning and I have a discount code, so I'll leave that right here if you want to use that one. Helps get all of his nutrients in that he's missing.
Yeah, and it doesn't have a flavour, so if your child is very like, ugh, and like spits it out, you can put it with something that they do like, and then they're getting their nutrients that they need.
Never have I ever bought out a store's supply of your child's favourite snack.
Like I bought a lot of something, like I am a bit of a bulk buyer.
I think out of the store's supply, maybe.
Not about the pandemic that's happening, I'm just always been bulk buyer because you just don't have to go again straight away for the things that can last. Anyway.
But I think when we find something that's healthy and that Jacob likes, we will buy a lot of them.
Yeah. Oh, like we buy bulk hummus. I don't doubt people regularly buy one tub of hummus.
That's something that we buy the store out of because usually they only have 2 left. So next one.
Hummus.
Never have I ever been told my child is not autistic.
Oh.
Beep, 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 beep.
I think regularly.
Yep.
Just look at the comments on the video of Jacob's
early autism sign. He obviously doesn't look autistic because no one looks autistic. And I think especially at the beginning when he was a toddler, that pediatrician, if you're watching, probably not, but that pediatrician told me twice that he doesn't have autism. Look where we are now. The first time he said, I don't think there's any cause for concern.
And let's wait. I remember being like...
That was at 18 months old.
I remember being like, he just lifted a weight off my shoulders.
6 months later, we went back to this pediatrician and he said the words to me, he doesn't have autism. So that's when we went, let's go somewhere else. Let's get a second opinion. Never have I ever been asked if we vaccinated our child.
Yes.
Only here on YouTube. I don't think anyone has physically in person asked me. I'm not going to go too much into that because I know it's a very controversial subject and there's people that are very much like against vaccinations and very much pro-vaccination. So
there's nothing proven. So till then.
Yeah, we get a lot of comments on here saying you shouldn't have vaccinated your child. Never have I ever had to fight for funding, supports or services.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
If you are an autism parent and you haven't had to fight, you are very lucky.
And you don't exist.
We've had to fight for funding. It's taken a while, a long while to get to the point we're at.
We had to get reevaluated because have a review to see if that's the right amount or if you can get more. There's a good chance that you will. And we did. What's there to lose? And that goes for people out there.
Funding.
For asking.
If you put a review in, sometimes they'll be like, oh, you've been given too much this time. We're going to give you less. See, that's why it's a system. Anyway.
I didn't know that. I learned something new today.
I have had to have many conversations with Jacob's preschool to ensure that he's got the adequate support there. It's probably going to be a bit of a process with school as well. I've heard very, very, very negative things about the schooling system. So, looking forward to that. Next question. Never have I ever had a negative interaction with a stranger in public about my child.
We just talked about one with the lady in the medical center. No, in the dentist.
And Jacob wasn't even melting down, I don't think. He was just very loud, like he always is. I don't
even have to say that it's got to do with the fact that he's got autism. Just being a child. If kids are loud, like, shut up. Like, just...
Shut up. Like, Jordan turned around and was like, he's got a disability.
She said something like, I've had my time or something like that, meaning that she's had children.
You had children, why are you being like that? Anyway, never have I ever gone a day without coffee. Ooh. Since becoming an autism parent, I guess, I have never. Oh, I lie. Whenever I'm in the first trimester of pregnancy, I never drink coffee because I don't like it. Yeah. But I also never go a day without coffee right now, or 2 or 3. We don't sleep.
Maybe like once or twice, like just cause, I don't know.
Never have I ever cried when your child accomplishes something new.
I have been very excited when my children have eaten broccoli and things like that.
I think when like a month or 2 ago, Jacob ate pumpkin for the first time and we were like, don't move, don't speak.
It was shaped like a potato chip though, right?
No, it was mash.
It was like 50-50, half potato, half...
Yeah, but he ate pumpkin.
That's a good trick, by the way.
Usually whenever Jacob eats something new or he does something new or accomplishes something, we will like all scream and applaud as a family. Like it's an event. It's amazing and we often tear up.
And he gets excited when we're excited.
Yeah, he
does like
it.
This like I can't do it. Yeah, I just look creepy. So he just looks like really...
happy.
Like, he's got a very pure smile.
Yeah. You know when he's really happy because he'll smile. That's all the questions for today. If you guys wanted to see Raising Autism's version of this video, go to the link down in the description and tell them that you came from our channel.
Hey, I'm a puzzler.
Yeah.
Puzzler represent.
Also, we'd love you to answer the questions down below if you have or you have never. And I will leave the questions in the description box.
Alright, I'm gonna go eat now. I'm hungry!
Thank you for watching. Make sure you like this video if you did enjoy it and subscribe down below if you haven't already. We would love to have you guys in our puzzler family. We'll see you guys in our next video.
My name's Jen and I watch the Aussie Autism Family because my youngest is on the spectrum, and it's nice to see how other people get through all of the therapies and day-to-day life with children on the spectrum. Thanks, bye. And hold me in your arms.